All right, how-to guide, install camber plates on your Scion XB. All right, step 1, pop your hood. Step 2, I'm gonna figure out how to jack up my car because it is a little too low and I gotta get on all 4 jack stands. All right, now that you have it securely jacked up and you check, you're gonna wanna take apart your windshield wipers, take those off, take the plastic trim off, and then that'll allow you to have access to the back bolts of the coilovers. Also, we're going to take the wheels off and then the lower coilover mount bolts, which hold the coilover to the spindle. So let's do that. The windshield wipers are both a 12 mil, and once you get them off, you bend them like this, bend them upwards, and then just wiggle it off and it'll come right off. And then for the other side, you're gonna have to put the hood down and then do the same thing. Same for the other side, just pop it off. Kind of hard while recording. Impossible. There we go. All right, next step, you gotta remove all your clips. 1, 2, which I'm missing some, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. And then you can fold this piece up out. It splits in the middle, and you kind of fold it up and pull it out. All right, and you kind of just wiggle it out and take it out carefully. Don't break it. All right, next step, once you got that tray removed, it looks like this, and then you're gonna have 3 bolts. So it's gonna be like probably a 10 mil right there, right here, but mine's got a zip tie, and then also over here, but mine's completely just missing one. So yeah. All right, yeah, it was a 10 mil. And then you're also gonna have to remove this plug, which on the back side has a tab. You gotta squeeze the tab and then pull. Mine already pulled off, so mine came off super easy. All right, so if you're all caught up, you should look like this. Windshield wiper, motor removed, everything put over there. Next step, remove your wheels, both front wheels. Boom, remove them. Oh, also up top, I forgot, we're gonna remove this 10 mil, this 10 mil, and this 10 mil. I think that's, oh no, there's also this one, and this one my car's missing. Oh, and right here in the corner. So yeah, you got a couple 10 mils to remove this metal tray. Yeah, there's another one in this corner, so yeah. Yeah, so you can't actually remove this tray because the wiring harness is connected, but you can just flip it up out of the way so you can reach the 2 back bolts on both coilovers. All right, for this next step, I have put the jack stand under the control arm a little bit so that when I take the 2 bolts out, the spindle doesn't drop down and cause any issues with your brake lines or with your axle. I'm also gonna disconnect my, not disconnect, but I'm gonna cut my zip ties off so that my brake lines aren't in the way of anything. And yeah, this brake line rubbed on my axle at one point, so it's kind of sketchy, but it's all good. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove some zip ties real quick, and then I'm gonna pop these bolts out, and I'll check back in with you. I had to turn my steering wheel a little bit so that I could fit the gun in there to zap these off because they're pretty tight, but I've definitely done it with just a normal ratchet, like a longer ratchet. This right here is another camber method I kind of did. I drilled out this way, so I drilled out more this way on the lower bolt, and then the upper bolt I drilled out farther towards the front so that, see, when I push this in, it cambers. So that gives me like 1 degree of camber or some shit, you know, because these cars, when you lower them, you get positive camber. So I had to fix that by drilling these out. So I can make a how-to on that too, if you guys are interested. All right, so I carefully lowered down my spindle, and here's a better shot at the drilled out holes, so you get kind of an idea. Kind of haggard, but whatever. This is one reason why I'm doing the top hats, because this one is just completely blown out. it should not be this wiggly. So if yours has this much movement, like you can just move it, that's not good. It should be like stiff. Like if you move it that way, it kind of stays. You move it this way, it should kind of stay. But mine's just like loose as a fucking, yeah. I'm gonna do this side first. I'm gonna just take this coilover out and then try to put in the new camber plate first. Make sure it all works out before I take the whole other part completely aside. These ones up here are a 12 millimeter. They shouldn't be too tight, so I'm just gonna use a normal ratchet. I've already broken these two loose. But yeah, take those out. I've already got my lower bolts out. So once I take these out, then the coilover is just gonna drop down. All right, so up here, you're gonna wanna loosen these. And then you're gonna wanna hold the coilover on the bottom like I am right now. You're gonna wanna hold it up so that your coilover doesn't just fall. All right, so here I got the coilover completely off. I can show you how blown it is. You should not be able to just do that easily. I don't think. I don't know. It's definitely just blown. Alright, so I've adjusted these camber plates. I've moved the bolt holes over to where I get maximum negative on both sides, and they both match. So now it's time to probably grab like a 22, 24, 23, whatever this is, and take this bolt off, this big upper bolt right here. Alright, it is a 21 millimeter. I'm gonna use probably the gun for that. Alright, that was super easy. The gun just knocked it right off, but you could easily do that with just a normal ratchet. Oh my god, look how dirty this is. I gotta clean that. Alright, so the camber kit comes with, well, the camber plates that I ordered come with a big one and a small one. So a big one and a small one. The small one goes up here now that we have the old one removed. Put the new one right there. And then the camber plate goes up here, just like that. And then now goes this one. All right, so this one, the bigger one that's supplied with the camber plates, is supposed to go in the top like that, but it's actually too big, or it's too small of a thread on the inside. Too small to go where it's supposed to. So I grabbed the one from my old one that was up top on here, and it fits up top here, so I'm just gonna send it like that. We'll see how she does. And then you put your big nut back on top. I don't know if I trust this. Alright, so I got the new camber plate on. I had to use one part from the top of the old camber plate, and then I used the new one for the bottom. I didn't use the big one, so I just used a small one and then a small one for the top from my max speeding rod coil. I got it all bolted up, got my camber how I want it. Gonna reinstall it into the car. Alright, so I got it all reinstalled. I torqued these to, I think 14. Yeah, I think 14. I read it online. And then down here it said to torque them to 120. And I was gonna do that, but it just felt super tight. And I was lifting up the whole car, so I stopped at whatever I was at. Probably like hella foot-pounds, somewhere around there. A couple ugga-duggas. But yeah. Not as much camber as I thought, to be honest. Actually ended up having the camber plate the wrong way, so it's for positive camber, so now I got it max negative. I put the wheel on already just to see, but I took it off earlier. Looks like I'm gonna need like a 20 mil spacer, like an inch spacer. All right, so I finished the passenger side up. I kind of stopped recording because I thought you'd get the gist after doing the driver's side, and I installed everything back. Pretty much just reverse of what you took it off. Pretty simple. I got it off the jack stands. I'm gonna order spacers because it's kind of hard to tell how much camber it has right now. It's like kind of impossible.